big welcome to Emma Otter, who is a travel counsellor and the Celebrity Cruises Culinary Champion. So thank you for joining me on screen, Emma.
Oh, you're welcome. This is such a treat to be here. Thank you.
Absolutely. So I've got a few questions for you. I know you were on board Celebrity Edge last summer. You sailed from Barcelona, so you're in the Mediterranean. You took your best friend with you. You were on board for your birthday, which is really exciting.
I know. Yeah.
After sampling all the dining options on board Edge, what tips do you have for other agents who need to convince or want to convince foodie clients that this is a cruise that they really, really don't want to miss?
Okay, so where do I start with that one? So convincing a client that's cruising with Celebrity because of the dining, for me that's the top recommendation. Is the dining comes first when I'm actually trying to pitch, if you will, for want of a better word, a Celebrity cruise. Because not only have you got speciality dining, but I think people will picture, and if they may even have had this on previous ships, they'll picture a buffet with lots of people and trays like the old school canteens, and then they'll picture the other choice, which is to go to a main dining room at 5:30 or 8:45, and they'll have a very samey experience for 7 nights in a row. The beauty of having, obviously I was on Edge, I also did Celebrity Beyond on my own holiday, so I've done 2 Edge class ships in 1 year, so I was very lucky. But not only did you have this amazing buffet with every single offering that you could have, the main dining rooms were 4 different themes. So it really didn't matter whether it was going to be cosmopolitan or whether you were just going to go and think, oh, do you know what? I really fancy an Italian tonight. Let me just have a little think and right, what shall we do tonight? It didn't have to be speciality dining. The speciality dining is really the cherry on top. But the fact that you've got such a wide variety without having to pay extra, it's included in that holiday. So I think that's the main thing to remember, is that there's a huge variety of dining in the first place. And then for the real foodies, we can say, oh, and by the way, and of course on Edge Class, on Celebrity Beyond, we also had Le Voyage as well. So the absolute top, especially you have a Michelin star chef who curates the menus for Celebrity anyway, so to actually have that level from the outset and just being aware of that is the standard that all of the ships will aspire to. And then there's these extras that have been added on like we've got on Beyond with Le Voyage, and then of course the speciality dining, the exclusive Eden and so on, which I'll come on to later. But yeah, I think the main thing is it does suit a foodie. It does suit a food snob if they're a food snob, but you don't have to be a food snob to enjoy the massive range of food that you've got on board. And they create it so lovingly. I mean, even I took a picture of the chap who was literally lovingly making his croissant dough ready for breakfast. Yeah. And he's enjoying himself and his morning. And it was just so lovely that just the attention to detail, the staff in Cafe El Baccio, all, happy with the coffees and the cakes and little snacks. Just everywhere, it is all about the experience of the dining and the eating and drinking on board. Yeah, 100%. It's perfect for foodie.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay. And so what would you say about it is about Celebrity Edge's dining, or Celebrity Beyond as well, dining experiences that makes them so unmissable, the specific experiences? And how do they compare to those that clients might find on land? Yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, and I think also that I did touch on Eden. So Eden was just breathtaking. Now you go on land and I've got some lovely restaurants I can walk to. I can have the same setting, the same view, the same menu all the time in those nice restaurants. So I know what I'm expecting, but it'll always be that. And let's use the example of Eden. My absolute favourite was to sit very close second with rooftop garden grill, actually, but Eden, to sit there with this amazing tasting menu, an open kitchen, so me being a foodie and being very nosy and watching how they're curating all this amazing food and bringing it out, and it's so very theatrical as well when it just comes so well presented as the sun's setting. So booking at maybe a speciality dining for about 7:30 or 8:30 at night, depends on the time of summer and when the sun's setting. But that view from the back, as you're sailing away from somewhere at the aft of the ship on the Edge class ships, is such a treat. Whether it's somebody who's proposing or it's a special anniversary, I would always say to my customers, as soon as they've booked, you've got to book these restaurants because these will be fantastic. And how about doing that at sunset? Because not only can you enjoy the view from inside, but you can quite easily go outside and take some amazing photographs from outside Eden as well. So to do just that, rooftop garden grill I also loved, and that's a second favourite, and it was a surprise because at long last a ship was making the most out of fresh air at the outdoors. So again, we sat with, as I say, it was Mediterranean, it was the end of June. The Mediterranean was like a mill pond, and we're sitting there with the sunset, and I got some great photographs, and there's this amazing lovely sea breeze. And so many restaurants, you're not going to get the sea breeze, you're not going to get the different view, you're not going to get the sunset. And even on some ships, they don't make the most of outside for dining. So to have that as well with this amazing menu, just had this wonderful Greek meze. I believe the cookie with the extra large cookie with ice cream is unmissable. In fact, my sales manager, Michael, actually said, "What do you mean you've been there and not had the giant cookie? You've got to go back a second time and have that." So I did. I was told, and it was as good as he said.
Wow.
So that was another thing, was why would you put up with just the same restaurant at night? And people do get bored. They go on holidays to hotels and somewhere's lovely, or they may have paid extra for an a la carte restaurant, but it may only be one, may only be two. It'll be the same setting. So it'll be beautiful, I'm sure, but to then be able to experience somewhere, and the beauty of me being able to go back to Rooftop Garden Grill is I had a completely different experience the second time. I chose something different from the menu, and we were in a different country when we ate there, so it was just fabulous.
Brilliant. Now, you've spoken about lots of dining experiences there. They're obviously all going to be highlights.
Yes.
But what do you have, one specific personal highlight of your time on board Celebrity Edge?
I'm going back to Eden again. And I did also love Raw on 5, which was a lovely, you didn't need to pay, you didn't need to reserve that, you could just go and pay. And I had a lunch there, which is quite nice for specialty dining, to be able to have specialty lunch if you were doing something in the afternoon. So that was a nice treat. But going back to Eden, my highlight was the open kitchen. There was a really lovely atmosphere. So we had the head chef, who was making sure everything looked beautiful. I kept going up with my camera and taking pictures, which is what I do. So they knew I was being either very nosy or I was up to something, taking pictures and videos. But they literally, now I'm going to say it's like tweezers. I'm not a chef, I don't know, but they're literally putting the plants on top of there, these little teeny weeny trees, just so it looked absolutely beautiful. And then it got the okay from the head chef, and then off it went. And then there's all these little, and then because I'd chosen like the 8:30, I wanted the sunset, and because I'd chosen quite a late, we were sort of the last diners. We were at I'm going to say late sitting, but it wasn't set, of course. So we were watching as the end of service finished, and it was all sort of congratulating each other, these chefs. It was just, oh, that was great, really good service. And then the head chef, and I said, oh, I'm back again, just taking pictures. We really enjoyed it. It was so interactive, not just with me because I was being nosy with my phone, but generally all the other passengers who were having a little look and enjoying this amazing food being created for them. But they said, oh, come back and take a picture. I said, do you mind can I take a picture of you and the chef? Said, come back and be on the picture. So there's this lovely picture, and there's a great photo, and they're all like, yes. So they took such pride in that amazing dinner they just served us. And it was fabulous. It's also, they've got the vegan tasting menu as well. So it's a restaurant that moves with the times. It had something for absolutely everybody, not just the same old because we've got a great setting and that's going to be enough. It was just fabulous, and I could have eaten there every night, if I'm honest.
Fantastic.
I was spoiled for choice, but yeah, it was great. And to have the picture, I've still got that now as one of my highlights. So yeah, really good.
Amazing. Well, I'm so pleased to hear you've had such great experiences dining on board a Celebrity. That's about all we've got time for, but thank you for sharing your experiences, Emma.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you so much.